What is up, guys, and welcome to my brand new channel, guys. Thank you for coming in. This channel is going to be dedicated to investing and trading education purposes and information for you guys completely free. So I'm very excited to start this out for you guys. My first video here, we're going to be going over basically how to set up your TOS to get up and running and to get trading as quickly as possible, but also focusing on the execution and efficiency of how you should trade. Just a real reminder for you guys, real quick here, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications because I'll be dropping videos all the time, all of them having to do with educational stuff about investing, about trading, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to have you guys. Thanks for tapping in. Again, hit the like, subscribe, put the notifications on. But without further ado, guys, let's get started. So if you're on TOS, right, you fire up the desktop app here. It's probably going to look something like this, right? It's going to look something like this. And what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to build out this page, okay? And we're going to build it here. We're going to start on the left-hand side and we're going to build our way to the right. Okay, so the left-hand side, think about the left-hand side is like your control panel. It is how you're going to navigate through every ticker, every contract, however you're trading, everything's going to go through this left side here. Okay, so let's start out like this. We're going to clean this area up over here. I'm actually going to get rid of some of these gadgets. And you're going to want to have maybe this first one here is going to want to be your default, watch list core tickers. I actually have something already set up that is just core tickers, right? Core tickers. So I'm going to use this one. And these are all the core tickers that I basically look at here on a daily basis. And these are things that I like to trade. So yours will be completely different and specific to you. I'm going to unlink this. But nonetheless, you guys will be able to just customize it however you like. Okay. So now moving forward, okay, now that we have our tickers here, now if we are trading options, we're also going to want to be able to add contract tickers to our watch list as well. So down here, I'm actually going to delete this one, but we're going to add a new ticker down here. So at the bottom left, you're going to hit this plus button. We're going to come over here and we are going to say watch list. Okay, so watch list from here, you've got it. We're actually going to create a new watch list. Sorry. Create watch list. Okay, and we're going to do, so if we're trading options, right, you can do calls and you do puts. So we're just going to call this one call options. I'm going to put a T for tutorial, so I know that we did it for this tutorial here. We're going to hit save. Okay, perfect. And because we did calls, we should do puts, right? We should definitely do puts. So let's come down here. Let's hit watch list again. Okay, so now we have a secondary one. We're going to come up here, create watch list, and we're going to say put option, and I'm going to put a T. There you go. Now, perfect. So now moving along from here, right now that we've kind of built out this left side, we're going to want to start building out this middle area. So we're going to go to charts. You're going to hit on charts. You can see you just have this blank screen here. Okay. And yours is probably going to be unlinked right here. So there's not going to be, you guys see this little area? It's going to say link or symbol link. Okay. What we're going to want to do here, okay, is we're going to want to link this, right, to this chart. Okay. So like, let's just say, for example, we're going to be watching Apple. Okay. But if you click on Apple, nothing happens. Well, you got to come over here. You have to click the link button. So I'm going to say, we're going to link red, be number one. Let's click red. Let's go number one here. Let's click red. Boom. And now you have, right, now you have a chart. Now mine's already set up here a little bit. So let me come through here. Oop, and actually take off all of these studies. Okay. So your chart's going to look something like this, right? We're on a 1 minute chart here. So maybe let's come down and these will be the default timeframes that you guys have. This is all you really need. But let's go to the daily chart. And I have this charted out already. So maybe we could do a chart that I haven't charted. Okay. A firm doesn't look too much. Perfect. So first thing I like to do is now that you see that we have this linked, right? We have these linked. Perfect. Okay. So anytime you click on a name, right? All of these names are going to be right here. You're able to click through very quickly. So now you can see while you're trading in real time, you can be able to just click through and see whatever name that you want to see. Okay. But we'll go back to a firm. Okay. We'll go back to a firm. And for me now, I like to have a little more space on my right-hand side. So you can go to appearance or you can go to time frames, time axis. And I like to do 50 bars to the right. Okay. You hit apply, click OK. And that's going to give you able to scroll. So if you scroll on your mouse here, right, just scroll back and forth, you can actually go through and make more. You can actually click the control button, right? So you can see how this changes. You click this control button, you can move it back and forth, or you can just widen it out or take it skinnier. It's the same thing on the price axis here. You can bring it down by just a click of a button over here, or you can hold down control, right? You can see how it becomes a finger, and then you can just click it up and down. Okay, there's a little bit of knowledge for you. But from here now you're like, okay, this is great. Now that we have a chart, but what happens if we want to trade? Well, there's going to be this little line of gadgets over here, right? All these buttons you could see. There's a trade button, there's a time and sales. You're going to want to click on Active Trader. Active Trader is now, okay, if you auto zoom this. So let's just say we want to look at this chart here. Okay, this is on a 5-minute time frame. But now you can see you have the ladder here, right? You have the ladder. So now we know anytime you click through, if you're just going to be trading shares, you could click through any name and you're able to see the ladder, right? You can buy on the left-hand side, on the bid side, you guys can see how it is already preset in there, and you can sell in there as well. So this makes your execution speed a lot faster, just being able to navigate through this. But a lot of you guys, and I'm going to move my big old head out of here. I'm just going to come over here. Okay, and a lot of you guys do. You have also some other things over here really cool. You have level 2, right? And now that'll actually pop up level 2, but you could bring this down and you can see all the bid and the ask here as level 2. Now, it's not crazy in depth, but it is something for you. So if you're just going to be trading shares, this is great. You can actually watch the chart and you can actually trade all on the same page here. But we're going to take it a step further because a lot of you guys do trade options, okay? And you're not just trading shares or equities. So I'm actually going to get rid of the active trader ladder here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. This button up here, right underneath the on demand button, it's a big square right here. I'm going to click this and I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to highlight 2 and I'm going to click that. Okay. So now that we have that clicked, you guys can see over here, you have a separate window. So you can actually have 2 different charts up over here, but I'm going to bring this in a little bit. Okay. Go over to here, maybe a little bit less. Okay. Over to here. And what we're going to use on this right-hand side, like I told you, we're going to be building out from left all the way to the right. Okay, so now that we have basically our left-hand side where we're going to see all of our tickers that we'd like to trade, and we're going to have the contracts over here. Maybe I should put myself up here now. Okay, so we have all of our tickers here. We have our call options, our put options. So now what we're going to do is, since we're going to be trading Carvana or whatever ticker we have selected here, okay, and we can just go to like a daily time frame or something like that. Okay. So we have this ticker here, and if we want to trade the equities on it, you can still click the active trader ladder, and it's still right there to trade the equities, right? You guys can see all the prices right there. But what we're going to do here now is we're actually going to add options into our call options and into our put options, right? I'm going to be moving myself all over the place now. Now I'm over here on the right. Okay, so how you want to add options contracts to your actual options watch list is really simple. You're going to come up here and trade. You click trade. Oh, whoops, sorry. You're gonna go back to charts. You're gonna click, wait, what am I doing? You're on charts. You want to go to trade, right? You're gonna want to click all products. My apologies. You're gonna want to click all products. All products now is gonna see there's gonna be an options chain that comes up here. So let's say you're looking and you're speculative, you want to be long on Carvana, whatever that might be. I'm just making stuff up. But you're going to click, let's say you click the October 24th. So next week is the monthly OPEX week. And you're like, I want to trade something in here. So this only shows about 4 strikes because you can see where the strikes is. We're gonna expand that down. Some people do 14. I like to do all. I like to see all of the contracts here, okay? And you guys know you have calls on the left, you have puts on the right. Anything that has a blue or purple background, whatever you have your settings set to, is going to be quote unquote in the money, right? Because we closed above 190 today. So anything underneath 190 as a strike on the left-hand call side will be in the money. Anything out the money on the call side will be in a black background here. Okay, then we'll go over here to the right-hand side. This is going to be the put side. Same thing, guys, because we closed above 190 or below 192.50. Anything from there and above is going to be in the money on the put side with the blue or purple background. And then the black background is going to be a black, excuse me, a out the money from the put side. So from here, guys, Now, let's say we have a couple contracts that we want to watch. Specifically, I want to see, I want the 195s and the 200 calls. And we're going to add those to our watch list over here. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the 195. You're going to come over. As long as it's highlighted, doesn't matter if it's the bid or the ask, you're going to right click it. Okay. Once you right click it, you're going to come down here to add Carvana to watch list. Okay. And we're going to go up to that watch list that we made and we're going to click add. Boom. And now it pops up right there for us. Right on. We said we wanted the 200 as well. So we come over to the 200. We right click there. We go down to add to watch list, go all the way up to the call option. Boom. Now you have two options contracts on the call side in your call options watch list. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's say Carvana decides to go down tomorrow. We want to play the downside. So I'm going to do the 190 puts. So you go over here. Remember, you guys, just as long as it's highlighted, doesn't matter. You just have to right click, add to puts option, because these are the put options. Okay. So we click that and it automatically sends it right over there for you. You guys can see where the execution comes a lot faster here. So if you're in real time and there's a name that you're trading and you need to add contracts to your watch list, this is a very fast way to do it. Okay. We'll go and we'll add the 185. So like I said, right click on the strike here. Okay. Come down, make sure you swing over to add to watch list, go to put options. Awesome. Now I'm going to move myself back down. All right. So now that we have our contracts that we wanted to watch, okay, in our contract watch list, okay, we're going to come back to charts. We're going to click on charts, right? And that's now, you guys can see why we've added this third column over here. So this is in three pieces, right? So we've added the third. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this link button. It's this little chain right here. It says symbol link. Going to click that. And we're going to make that one yellow. Okay, we're going to make that one yellow. Okay, and we're coming down to the same thing for the put options. Come down to click yellow. There you have it. Now you have a yellow put option contract. Okay, so now coming from here, we're going to come over here and we're going to link it to our second window that we made. You guys remember how we made the second window? We came over, we made sure we highlighted two of these and it had a second one pop up here. So now what are we going to do? We're going to link this to yellow. All right, but what we're going to do here is we're not going to have the chart. We're just going to have active traders set up. Okay, so now you guys see we have this big, huge active trader ladder that is just on and linked to our contracts. You guys see how you can click through this very quickly here. So now if we're trading the Carvana chart, we're able to click through and whatever our bias is for that day, we're going to be able to have the ladder here as well. Okay, so now that we can see that, we can see how efficient this is going to be able to have an execution speed where in real time we can watch the chart. Let's say we're watching on a 5-minute time frame, okay? And we're thinking we're going to be in the call side here, and we can just come over here and click calls, have this pop up. Like I said, the bid will be on the left-hand side, okay? The ask will be on the left-hand side. So if you're going to look to buy these contracts naked, you could just come in here in the ladder. You could also come down here and set your order lower, and it will put a hypothetical stock price through a mathematical sequence of where they think Carvana needs to get down to in order for that order to fill. Okay, so you'll have buys on the left here and sells on the right. Okay, so you guys can see you could do that for any single name. So like, let's say we wanted to trade BAC. Okay, well, we could also just come in here, if you guys remember, let's go to trade, okay? And now we have the BAC contracts up. I'm going to do this again. We're looking at the $40 calls. We want to add the $40 calls for October 18th. We come in on the call side. We're going to right click. We're going to hit add, call option T. And if we add some calls, we might as well add some puts. We'll also add the $40 puts for October 18th. Right click, put option T. Boom. Now we have that as well. We come back to the screen here. Now we're flipping through BAC, we're flipping through Carvana, and we're able to flip through these contracts here as well. Another thing I do like to add is also to be able to see in real time, and I like to extend this out a little bit, is you can have time and sales. So if you click that column there, the time and sales is going to show the price, it's going to show the time, it's going to show the price and the size of contracts that are traded. This is a way for you to see big orders come through. You could also extend this out so you actually can see the prices here. You guys can customize this however you would like. Okay, however you would like. But you guys can see how efficient now. You're just set up here. We set up the left-hand side. You have all of the tickers you can go through, and you know how to add calls and puts to your watch list. So now in real time, you can trade looking at the chart, its price action, and how the contract is moving as well. Another thing you guys can do here, you're going to have to extend this out just a little bit more so we have some more space. You can also see the level 2 data on the contracts, right? And I like to keep this up on mine as well. Okay, so now you could see, right, what the prices on the bid side are and also where the prices on the ask side are as well. And you can see who's buying and selling as far as quantity or size in there. To take this one step further, and this might not be for most people, but the options contract also has a chart as well. And if you click chart, it'll show you this chart here. We're going to have to extend this out because it's already on a preset, but it's probably going to want to have it look something like this. So extend it out. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're just going to want to remove all these and apply. So now all you're going to have is all day long here. Okay. You guys can see all day today. You guys can see how the contracts moved here today. Okay, you guys see, and also with some volume bars as well. So you can have all three of these setups. So TOS is super powerful. It gives you a lot of stuff you can work with here, but this is a lot to have on one screen. So I'll keep the active trader on, but I'll take the chart off. And I like to have mine look very nice and clean. Something like this, where I have a very nice active trader. I have the ladder. I can see the time and sales. I can see the level 2 as well. Now it's not crazy in depth, but it gives you something. Okay, and you guys can see now here that we have our chart. Okay, so I'm going to take this now one step further. Okay, let's go to a name that maybe I have not charted in a long time. Let's think of a name here. CLM, that doesn't look good. Nope, that doesn't look good either. Let's do HD. Okay, so you guys can see here now, I'm going to teach you how to set up two different ways. A lot of people like to add moving averages. They like to add a MACD. They like to add RSI, right? So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go to this little scientific glass beaker thing. It says edit studies, right? Studies are going to be, think of moving averages, exponential moving averages, RSI, MACD, etc., whatever you might use, momentum indicators. Okay. And now we're going to dress up our chart a little bit. So for me, what I'm going to do is very surface level, but it's what I still use till this day. I personally like to use moving averages. I like to use the 50, the 20, and the 200. I also like to use exponential moving averages as well. And I like to use the 8, the 21, and the 200. Now, these are not end all be all exponential averages or moving averages, but they are something that I've been using over the years and I have found success with. And I know a lot of other people use them too. Like I said, anything from this video, guys, feel free to absolutely customize or take any bits of information to add to what you're doing currently to maybe make you a little bit more efficient. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on here and we're going to have something that looks like this. Okay, something that looks like this. It is very, very plain. There's nothing in here. But as far as price goes, we're going to want to add the moving averages. So you're going to type in simple. You can see simple moving average. You're going to click that over. Now I'm going to click it over 3 times because like I said, we're going to do the 20, the 50, and the 200. So you click that over 3 times. And now you can see you have the 20, or you have 3 different moving averages. You have to go into edit the time period. You're going to do 20. We're going to say that this one is blue. And I like to personally have like a dotted line here. And we click OK. We're going to make this one the 50. Okay. We're going to make this dotted, but we had that first one as blue. So let's change this color to green. Okay. And we have it dotted. Okay, great. We click OK. And the third one, we're going to do the 200 moving average. So just go to the length, type in 200. I like to change it to the dotted. And we're going to change this one to this purple color. That looks good to me. Okay, you're going to click OK. Okay, and now we're saying, okay, maybe we also want to have the RSI. Oop, that's RSI. RSI is right here. You're going to double click that. And that's going to automatically upload it over here. So now we have a chart where we have the 20 SMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 SMA, as well as RSI. So you're going to come down here, you're going to click apply. Okay. And now you can see really simply, I like to bring this down so I have a little more space up here, but you have the 20 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the 200-day moving average. And that's going to be on every single time frame, whether it's the 30-minute, whether it's the daily, it'll update that for you. You guys can see it here now. Okay. But some of you guys are probably like, oh, this looks kind of ugly here with the volume bar. Okay. With the volume. So what you can do to take that out is you're actually going to want to come over here. You're going to come to price access, excuse me. Oop, appearance. You're going to come down here where that says volume. We're going to do a preset color, and we're going to actually just change that color to black. Okay. Now stick with me here. You'll see why here in a second. You click apply, and now you can see it kind of blends in a little bit more, but you're like, hey, I still need to see the volume. Well, there's an indicator for that. So now we'll come back here to indicators. Okay. And we're just going to type in volume. We're going to come down here. We're going to click on volume average. That'll come down here into the lower. Okay. And we're going to click apply. Okay. Perfect. And now you have your volume down here very nice and clean. Okay. So you can see we have our RSI and the volume here as well. And we have our 50, excuse me, our 20, our 50, and our 200 SMA. Okay. But now we want to take it a step further. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to actually come in here and I'm going to save this as a set. So it's going to be specific to having SMAs, RSI, and volume. So you're going to save a set. You're going to say the study name. So what you're going to want to say is something like SMA with RSI, and I'm going to put T for tutorial. Okay, you're going to save that. And this will all make sense here in a second. And now that is saved as a set for you. Okay. And why that's going to be important is because once you come in here and you want to have that set, you'll be able to come over here to sets, and you guys now see there's RSI T. Okay. And this will make sense as I finish up here with how we're going to remove all of these. Or we're not going to remove all of these. We're going to keep the RSI, we're going to keep the volume, but we say, hey, I like to look at SMAs and EMAs as well. So let's add EMAs here. Well, I don't want to have the EMAs up while I look at SMAs. I like to just look at EMAs. Well, now we're going to go to exponential, moving average. So it's moving average exponential. Click that over, and we're going to do it 3 times. Okay. And I like to use the 8. Okay. So we're going to keep that number in there. We're just going to keep this one solid. For me, it's how I can tell the difference between an SMA and an EMA, especially have them both on the same chart. Okay. So now that we have that perfect, we have the ADMA. It's a solid line. We're going to click OK. We like to have the 21. Okay. Keep that as a solid line. We're going to make that one green. I think that's what we did for the 50. You're going to click OK. And we're going to do the 200 here. Just have to go and change the length. We'll go to 200. And I think we did that one as purple. All right. So we're going to hit apply. We're going to hit OK. And now you have exponential moving averages on your chart, as well as still the RSI and as the volume as well here on the chart. So what are we going to do? We should probably go in and save this as a set. And what are we going to call this one? We're going to say EMA, RSI. We're going to do tutorial, and we're going to hit save. But some people now, we said, well, what if we do both of them together? All right. So let's add the SMA back. Oop. Whoop. Simple moving average. So we have to click that 3 times. Okay. And now we can come in here and we can do simple moving average. We're going to do the 20. Okay. And we know we like to do that dotted. Now I'm going to do these different colors so that we can know the difference, or you don't have to. I'll actually keep them the same and you'll still be able to tell the difference on the chart. So we have the 20. We now have the 50. Okay. I think they did that one green, but we're going to do a dotted line. Okay. I want to make sure I did this as a dotted line. Yes, I did. All right. And we have the 200 SMA. Whoop, not 2000. I think we did that one as a purple. And we kept that dotted. Wait, okay. And now, guys, now that we have this together, we're going to hit apply. We're going to hit OK. And now you guys can have all of them together. And just a fun fact, EMAs are definitely better for day trading on shorter time frame, because you guys can see how much more reactive they are to price versus the ADMA versus the 20 SMA. The 20 SMA is a little bit lower. Even the 21 EMA to this 20 SMA is a little more reactive. So some people favor that over the other. But now, guys, we should probably go in and save this as a set and maybe just say this as EMA, SMA as your tutorial. Okay, so we save, we hit OK. So now you're able to, let's say you just want to look on a higher time frame, like let's say a weekly chart. And all you want to see is you said, I like to look at SMAs on a weekly or daily chart. So you go to sets and you just want to go, I want the SMA. So you'll click that and you'll click use set. Oh, oh, I don't know what just happened here. Sorry about that. You're going to click this. Okay. It shows you everything that you have. You're going to hit apply. And now you'll see on your chart only are the dotted lines, which are the SMAs. Okay. You still have your RSI and your volume, or you want to just flip through, hit sets, and you want just your EMA. Hit apply. And now, oh, I'm sorry about that. Did I mess that up? I might have messed that up. Oh, did I never save that chart? I must have never saved that chart. My apologies, guys. Okay, sorry. I think you have to use set there. My apologies. But now you guys can see how you have both of them on there. Now, this is a way when you're doing your charting at night, say you're on the 4 hour and you only like to have, right? You only like to have your EMAs on anything under a 4 hour. Well, you just come down here to your EMA. We're going to use, you see how it changes it for you. You hit apply, you hit OK, and now you can see it in here. All right. So a quick overview, guys. You want to have your left-hand side set up, okay, where you have all of your tickers that you'd like to watch. And you remember that we linked all of these tickers to our first chart here. By linking it, we all went to here. We linked it there. You guys can see how we have both have red. And then for any contract that we are watching on any of those names, so like the Carvana chart we were watching, we want to come down here and add contracts to those charts. You guys remember you click on trade. It's going to take you right down in here into the contracts, calls on the left, puts on the right, right click, come down here and add to any contract. Okay. And then finally, we link your calls and your puts over here to its separate active trader where you're now able to look at a chart and actively trade that contract strike. Okay. Thank you guys. That's all I wanted to do for you today. This should get you off and at least running and have some visibility and have some efficiency when you're trying to execute trades. If you guys are up for it, comment below. I'm thinking about doing a part 2 of how to set up multiple monitors to see multiple things, how I actually personally have my own setup. I have 3 monitors, so I'd love to show you guys how I set those up as well. If you guys want to see that video, I can make another one for you guys. Comment below and say full setup. Okay. Other than that, I appreciate you guys tapping in. I had a great time. Remember, hit the like, subscribe, put the notifications on, and I look forward to get you guys some more videos. I'll see you guys later. Peace.